Well, in Saudi Arabia, women cannot get her education, get into formal public education, can't get into certain types of jobs, can't get travel documentation, can't travel, can't marry, can't get out of prison without her guardian permission. So a woman's guardian is generally her father, and then her husband, and then the next of kin, their relative, which could be her uncle, her brother, her son at times if he's old enough to be her guardian. Travel, for instance, like one of the times I forgot the permission for guardian to travel, and I went to the airport with my brother. And then the officer said, well, your brother is not your guardian. Your guardian is your father. So he has either to be with you, to travel with you, or to be with you, or you have to give us his consent for you to travel. And we only have, I think, 45 minutes to boarding. And I said, well, if I go back to my house and come back, I'm going to miss the flight. He said, well, do whatever you can, but I'm not going to let you on the flight without having your guardian permission. Well, the movement is something that has been called for by women in Saudi Arabia and men in Saudi Arabia for decades. Isa has done that in a very, unique and subtle way. That women are prevented from doing exercise, from riding in their cars, or doing so many different things because of men. Yeah, the hashtag was created actually by groups online that are not related to each other. Some of the women are pursuing their education abroad. Some of the women are inside Saudi Arabia. And most of the women, because of reasons related to safety, chose to use unknown accounts. So you've seen women who are completely covered, trying to defy the system of the guardianship, trying to bring their own voices and their own arguments against the system. So what they did is that they drove on the streets. So my role was actually driving on the street and filming myself driving. Why each woman wouldn't be able to drive her own car and go to places, whether she's trying to transfer her children to school or go to her job or whatever, and then film herself. And that could be very powerful and encouraging for other women to do the same, and at the same time send a message to the government that the society is actually ready, that there are women in each city that are ready. They don't have any restrictions from their family, and they are willing to do that. I didn't have a car of my own, but I borrowed the car of a friend of mine, Tamadou Rabiami, who was later got arrested while trying to drive as well. Her car could not be returned until now. They kept the car, I think, for several months until it was ruined. And then they told her, your guardian has to, she owns the car, but they told her your guardian has to be the person who receives the car. And this is why she couldn't really get the car back. So you get to see as well another aspect of the guardianship system. So even if you own things, you are not entitled to act on those things without the permission of your guardian. Even if you are not affected by the guardianship system to a large extent like other women, you're part of their stories. You're either their co-workers, you're either their sisters or relatives, or on the other side of the screen listening to those stories. And you hope that there might be some kind of an opening. You can't help but lend your support and your basically your voice to their ordeals as well.